nice because it's almost strange. You should be over there. Like Stone Cold was a little bit, oh, don't come near me. And I'm like, that's more like it, dude. Yeah. You know, Undertaker, nice guy, da-da-da. But my thing was just being at Vince McMahon's house and just his presence, dude. I've had a man crush on 3 dudes where I went, you know, 3. Right. 1, Michael Jordan, because I used to work at Boston Garden selling peanuts and popcorn and stuff. Michael Jordan, just awe-inspiring dude. Just something about him was magic. Like, God damn, I want to be that dude. Larry Bird, he just, something about him just was like, that's Larry Bird, man. That dude, what is he? And Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, I was awestruck by this dude. The one thing I took away from him, just being in his presence, he never made you feel stupid for saying something. You would say, what about this? What about if Rikishi wore a big sombrero and then he juggled and then a midget came down with a stick? He would go, no, I don't think that would work. And he would tell you why it wouldn't work, and you'd be like, all right, cool, but your whole like creative juice is like, oh man, he didn't make me feel like an ass for that. And then you'll say something eventually after 10 that works, and you use it, and you're like, oh. And that dude, it was amazing, man. That dude, I love that dude. And I bet you I only loved him because of those 3-4 days I was there. I got in and out, and that's what I like to do for people that I respect. I don't like to meet them. Never met George Carlin. Don't want to meet him. Glad I never met Pryor, because I don't want to be disappointed.
Right.
I don't want dude to not be who I think they are. Now, I've met some dudes where I go, ugh. And I don't even like them as comics because I met them as a person. You suck. I was going to let all that stuff you did that I knew was hypocritical pass because I didn't really know you. Now I know you. You stink.
Right.
But Vince lived up to what he was for those couple of days I was there, and I got out of there. You know, I got right out of there, man. And I was happy. That's one of those 5.
One of the 5.
England, just that little stint on the WWF,
right.
HBO special. I think my Fox thing with that lady was one of my...
You enjoyed that?
I did. I think I came across... I was blessed that night in terms of, you know, everything came together. My mind was sharp. I did the right thing not to make her look like a little white woman and like I was swooping in on her. And I think I was intelligent. I think I was funny. I think I proved my point. And I think I got I changed some minds, you know what I mean? Because my agenda was funny. Your agenda is not funny, sweetie. Your agenda is women. And your agenda is women that don't need your help. You know, if you're being specific, you know what I mean? It's like Condoleezza and the president's wife, you know, they got the men in black to go take care of business. They don't need you to go, women in this country? Nah, nope.
You don't know the 5th.
I don't know the 5th yet.
I'll give you the 5th for me is knocking that diamond hat off her goddamn head. That was my favorite thing that happened. By far. Hey, if you could, you know, get that wish, where would you like to be if it's 5 years from now? I know, and honestly, sitting here talking to you, I honestly see you as a guy doing more than just making people laugh. I see that the truth matters to you a lot, and I know that you're on your own kind of path here, but what kind of payback would be fair?
Compensation for 15 years?
Yeah.
Just a straight compensation? Give me 20 mil.
So
20 mil would be good compensation, dude.
It isn't so much what happens, but as long as you end up with 20 million.
20 mil, dude. Just a payoff. Just 20 mil.
And could we get you to just walk away with that 20 mil?
I would. Let me tell you something, dude.
Yeah.
I would do a lot of... now, I'll be an emotional philanthropist. I wouldn't give away my 20 mil because I wouldn't have any more. I would go around and just champion people who just need somebody to talk shit to somebody. Special interest groups, just, you know, advertisers. I would just be annoying. Because then I wouldn't have anything to lose. I'll have it hidden, and I'll keep it in the mattress, too, just in case, you know.
So you'll walk the earth like a comedic kung fu. Just spreading good cheer wherever you have to go.
If I could get famous enough to sell out this place, Ron, everywhere I go, and just people know that they getting ready to go have a good time. Somebody might walk out, but they just gonna get some weird feeling out of it, like, oh man, that was awful, but it was great. It was something like that's why there's no great comics. There hasn't been a Pryor or a Carlin in terms of his relevance since them.
Now, nobody else has impressed you since those two guys?
Not one relevant dude. And I'm not, money-wise, there's some big-time dudes. Like, I think Larry Sanders is the best show that ever existed, personally. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, relevant in terms of entertainment factor, but no social conscience, no social commentary.
But you think, if you look back, when Carlin was at his peak doing his stuff, wasn't the majority of the country digging him? And the same with Pryor. When Pryor was doing some of his greatest stuff, the country was liking Bill Cosby.
Right.
So a lot of times we have to wait for years later to go, oh, now I get it.
That dude.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that man.
And you can't try to be that dude, but it's like, I don't mind. This was a comedy club, and it was just everybody, more people here and stuff, and this was my show. Mm-hmm. I don't mind this much silence at a comedy show.
Right.
I don't care. Once in a while, some good laughter, and then the rest is me pontificating about nothing.
See, that's exactly what we're trying to do here, because I'll tell you the truth, Patrice, and I'm not sure if your whole audience gets it, but I do think that you're onto something. I do think that you have things to say besides the jokes.
It's tough. It's like, I think I'm not impressed with making it. Like, I don't, but at the same time, Ron, I don't want to be no martyr either. I hate when people, I'd rather some people come up to me and go, you suck, other than going, you're the best comic I ever seen. And then I dig my pockets, I go, really? Really? Who's some of the worst you ever seen? Famous, bitch, famous. They all suck. Really? Well, they all got money. That's the thing keeping me, that's my struggle.
Right.
Is, all right, I'm just going to do it for the money. Because my mother, everybody wants me to do it for the money. Don't. My mother gets all like slavey, man. She grew up in the 60s, 70s. So she's like, don't make them mad. Don't do that. Don't say that. Don't go on Fox TV and say those things. And you don't do that. And I'm like, Moms, who are you? Who are you? That's because she's a general. She done did it. Mm-hmm. She's done. She don't have it in her no more. And that's what I'm hoping is that I don't get to that point where I'm just done and I'm done. And I'm like, I don't have no more fight. You got to fight. Like, again, my girl now, she's just relentless. We're going to get married. But she's not relentless saying it to me because she knows me. So she just figures out another way how she's going to do it. She puts her email as VonOneal.com. Because she uses what I say against. I go, look, if you love me enough to feel like you're married to me, then be married. I'm not married to you. So she says, okay, Von O'Neill. She tells people we're married. And after a while, it makes me feel stupid to go, we're not married. So I let her have it. But that's the beat down that you get. And that's the dichotomy in my life. I'm like, okay, so sometimes I go, oh, wait a minute. I open my trunk and I see the old pimp card, and I'm like, wait a minute, I got to dust this off. It's still got a month for expiration. I got to fix that. And that's the same thing with the business. As soon as it's like, all right, I'll go and do Celebrity Fit Club. I'll let the guy that looks like Louis Gossett tell me I ain't shit, scream at me. I'm almost 40. I'm going to do that. Me and Cindy Brady and I'm looking at you like, ugh. I'm here at the same level as Screech. This guy's talking to me like I'm a piece of garbage. So I'm like, I'm trying to fight so I don't just go, okay. Because they offer you like something like 100,000 miles to do that show.
Right. Something
crazy. Just to go in there and and then you got to start telling yourself stuff like when you smoke. Like, I'll quit. But that's what you start telling yourself in the business when they go, you want to do this thing for $100,000? Well, I am overweight, and I do have diabetes, so I have to do it anyway, so I might as well take $100,000 just to make an excuse in your own soul, and you go, oh, you know what? You're just a pussy. That's what you are. Just face it, dude. You need money and you're disco dancing.
Well, you know what we need, Patrice? We need you to keep fighting. Patrice Oneal, let me very funny. We'll take some questions for Patrice. Walk on over here and you can ask Patrice a couple of questions. Anything that's on your mind, feel free.
No questions? Good.
No. Come on over. Go ahead and line up over now behind him while we're waiting.
Look at this guy. Like, way too good looking to be how you are, you know?
Hey, Patrice.
You need a suit on, and 2 girls with you. You just stop trying to...
Hey, I like the way you think.
Stop trying to be a fucking guy that...
Here's a hypothetical.
Look at him.